Rick, let's talk about Gladiator 2.
Okay, yeah, sweet.
I watched this movie. It was a good movie. It was a very long movie. Do you know how I know it was long?
Because you needed to piss and you Googled how long it was.
For the last 30 minutes of the movie, I was in agony. My bladder was full and was like, you need to piss. And I'm like, I know I need to piss, but I can't stop now.
Yeah, I needed to piss twice, and went to piss twice, and I really wish that I'd have done it during the speeches with the guy. You know the guy. The speeches with the guy that don't really do anything.
I don't know which guy you're referring to. Could you give me an actor or a clue?
The one who apparently knew Maximus and takes him to see the doctor guy.
Yeah.
Because like they're all things that the character needs to know, but we know in real life.
Yeah. I'm glad I watched Gladiator 1 before watching this.
Yeah, because it helps you with the nostalgia, even if you watched it a long time ago. Without the nostalgia, it's still an all right movie, but it doesn't hit anywhere near as hard because it's the George Lucas thing, isn't it? It rhymes.
Yeah, it really does. We'll shit on George Lucas all day, every day, but I still love that quote, and I think it rings true to this day.
Yeah,
it's like poetry.
It's a lot better than the other quote of Jar Jar is the key.
Okay, but again, that's taken so much out of context, it bothers me.
Yeah, because it was a gag. It
wasn't a gag. He was talking about the CG.
Yeah. Jar Jar is the key to the CG.
By Jar Jar is the key, it's like, if we can get Jar Jar to work, then that means we've cracked it and we're going to be great. And,
yeah.
And to be fair, I think the CG for Jar Jar was great, especially at the time.
Yeah.
I don't like Jar Jar
fantastic.
as a character. He's very annoying, but as a child, I loved him.
Everything about Jar Jar was done fantastically, apart from the writing.
The writing was fine. In the sense that is the character George wanted to make, and you can tell it worked. It was what he wanted.
Yeah, but they wrote him to be like that. They could. Fucking Jar Jar.
Let's go back to Gladiator. Seeing as we're talking about CG, fuck me, those sharks looked awful.
Yeah. That was one of the times I went to piss, and I'm like, why are there sharks?
So historically, it is said that the Colosseum, it might not be in the Colosseum, it might have been another arena, was actually flooded to make a mock Armada battle. To this day, I don't know how they would have done it.
Yeah. I guess they prayed to God, and then God did 40 days and 40 nights.
And they sure as shit would not have gotten sharks in.
No. Not at that short notice.
But the thing that made me laugh the most is we came out of that movie theatre, me and a buddy, and it was just like, that water scene was a bit weird, and I went, but historically speaking, there is the anecdote of there being a mock sea battle and maybe whatever, and he said, but there's no way they could have brought sharks in. I went, okay, but at that point you really do have to employ some suspension of disbelief. Yeah,
like if you can get entire like Armada ships in there alongside the sharks, then you can just kind of, wave it away as, okay, they wanted to have this battle and they didn't want to have it at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, a lot of the CG animals, it was a mixed bag.
Yeah, true.
Don't get me wrong, I much prefer the fact they're just straight up using CG animals, they're not even pretending to use real ones.
Yeah, they can get a lot more brutal with the CG ones.
Yeah, like the Rhino looked perfect.
On both sides. Yeah, they can get more brutal on both sides of the spectrum. You can be brutal with it and brutal to them.
Yeah, I mean, even so, I don't agree with using certain animals in films, like real animals. Horses and dogs, they're fine. I draw the line at big cats.
Yeah, because like cat psychology, they don't know things.
Like the tigers in Gladiator 1 look like real tigers, and there's a good chance that they were, and I didn't like that at all. It made me feel very uneasy watching. Yeah,
fair enough.
But whatever. Pedro fucking Pascal.
Yeah, I loved that character. So he didn't have a heel face turn, and I loved that. He had a reframing of the character to the viewer as the movie progressed, and I think that's a fantastic way to portray that kind of relationship between what is introduced as an antagonist and ends up being like a lot of people's favorite guy.
Even from minute fucking one of him being on screen, he did not look like a villain.
No,
he looked like a person who had to do a fucking job.
Yeah, he looked in great pain at every life that he took. Like he was doing a job, and we got the bit of context as it went along that he's basically the new guy's stepdad.
Okay, I gotta be honest with you, I was laughing my arse off when Lucilla got reintroduced, because we got to a point where she was hosting that secret meeting with the general and the senators, and we even had the same old senator from Gladiator 1, so, you know, cool. And I'm just watching the scene unfold, and I'm like, did you learn nothing? Never do any plan with this woman. They always fail.
Well, there's only like a 1-for-1 shot of them failing, but oh well.
It was a pretty big fuck up in the first film, Rick.
Yeah. And I do like how they explain, oh yeah, the Commodus was gay as fuck. There's no way that any kid of his is actually his.
Wait, who are we talking about?
So Commodus, the emperor from the first movie, and that Lucilla being his wife or whatever. So any child that she had was definitely not Commodus's child.
Okay, that wasn't the emperor from the first movie, her husband.
Was it not?
The emperor was her brother, and the emperor before that was her father. And while yeah, he clearly wanted to fuck her because he was a creepy weirdo Roman, there wasn't implied to be a consensual relationship there at all.
Sure, okay.
But yeah, I was very confused as to why Lucius was suddenly Maximus's kid, because I didn't pick up that vibe at all in the first movie.
No, I didn't either. That sounded like a massive retcon, but oh well.
Here's the thing. The only line of dialogue I can think of that makes it viable is very early on when he first meets Lucilla again in the camp. He said, "Oh, how old is Lucius?" And Lucius is 8. Oh yes, that's the same age as my own son. However, he has a son that gets killed in the movie, so I'm assuming he means that son. But
yeah,
it could be
it's very easy to assume that, like, you know. Oh,
so it's one of those
Jesus.
where I guess you could point to that line of dialogue and be like, maybe he wasn't talking about his son, you know, his actual son with his actual wife, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally really liked it. Again, it's a bit weird that it's coming out like so far after it, but I don't begrudge it. It's if it really is the difference between having CGI lions and not having lions at all, then I don't begrudge that at all, because the CGI stuff generally I think looked okay.
Yeah. Like the sharks is the standout example I think of that looked awful. I think the baboons at the beginning of the film didn't look great, but they were fine.
Yeah, and they very definitely performed like baboons.
Oh yeah. That was a scary fight scene. They did a really good job of making baboons look terrifying. Which, by the way, they are terrifying in real life.
Oh yes. You do not want to fight apes. Yeah, the apes don't need to see tomorrow to fuck you up.
And also doubly terrifying because they didn't get given weapons.
Oh yes.
Anyway, yeah, good movie. I think the weirdest thing about it is that it didn't come out in the summer.
Yeah, it does feel like a summer blockbuster, don't it? Oh well.
Maybe it just didn't want to compete with anyone.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I can't think of a movie that came out in the summer that would come close to this as far as scale goes.
Yeah, me either. Because like, what else has it got to compete with? Like
Venom
Joker
3.
2. Yeah, Venom 3, Joker 2. Venom 3 was what it was. Joker 2 was fucking garbage. Oh boy. And I guess it's coming out now rather than like in the next few weeks, because that's the actual Christmas blockbusters, which is going to be like Sonic 3 and Mufasa. And I know which one of the two that I actually want to go see.
Does anyone actually want to see Mufasa?
I don't mind the concept, but it very definitely would have been better as a traditional animated thing. And yeah, it's cheaper to make this CGI slop, because once they've got the models for it, they can just plug it into like any old photorealistic CGI freaking scenery, and it just works.
It's only cheaper to make because 3D animators are not unionized.
Yeah,